Hello guys, welcome to my channel LearnTech. This is Sandeep Cole here. I hope you all are doing good. So today's video again it's from ServiceNow, and today the topic which we will see is filters and list. So what we will see basically that what is a filter in ServiceNow and what is a list, and how it will help us in in the application, or how will it is useful for us when we are working in a ServiceNow. So let's get started. Now, to start with this, filters and list. First of all, we will see what is basically a filter. We will understand the filter, and then we will move on to the list. Okay. So now, as you know from the terminology itself, filter means that we have to filter out certain data. Considering ServiceNow, it's also the same thing. Filtering means that you are filtering a particular set of data which you basically need, or which you want to have a look, or you need to see that particular data. So this filtering option, how we use it in ServiceNow and how it is useful, we can see that. Okay, so for example, let me go here. So here I am in the incidents. So this is an incident form. So currently at the top you can see this is there is a navigational link provided. So this is basically a filter. So if here I click all, it will show me everything now. So now let's first of all see how we create a basic filter. For example, currently it is displaying everything, all records from incident. You can see here it is displaying everything. Now let me take an example. I want to see all the in progress and new incidents only. Okay, so now how we will access it? So you can see here there is this show hide filter icon. So we need to click on this. So the moment you click on this, you will get these fields available here. So these are the fields which define the filter in service. So now if you click here, based on the form, so currently we have selected incident, so it will only show you fields from incident. If you have selected some other form, it will show you the fields from that form. Okay, now the field which defines the status of incident in ServiceNow is called state. So I will just type it here. You can type it here. You can scroll from here. If you are not finding it, then go here and type it. So you will get that field. So I will select the state. Okay. Now the second thing I need to define is the condition. So if you click here, these are the options here. Okay, like is not, is not, is one of the, is not one of the, and so and so. And these are the different options you get to define a filter. So currently I have to use equals to, that means an exact match. So I would say is, and then it will give you an options from the that particular field. What are the options available for that field? So we have let me select new first. So my one condition is set, that state is new. Now I have to define another condition. Now you have these conditions based on which you can define the other filter. So you have and or. So for me, I need to use both of them, so I will use or. But there are cases where you have to define a condition where you need to match all of the fields before you get the data. Okay, then we will use and. So I got another row here. So I would say state. Again, this is again defined here. If you want to select some other field, you can define it. So by default, it will take the old field which we have selected. Okay, so here I would say status is in progress. Now new and in progress. Okay, and if I want to define more, so I can use these two buttons here, and or, to define more conditions. So for me, as of now, I will not define any more conditions. These are the basic things I want to define. Now I want to just to reiterate, I want to filter out my incidents based on these two statuses. Okay, so now how we will do it? Currently this is displaying everything, it hasn't filtered it out. I am just defining the filter as of now. Okay, now to run this filter you have to click on this run button. So you can see here it is also mentioned run filter. So if I run it, now my data has been defined based on the filter which I had given actually. So the state is new or the state is in progress. So now you come to know that what exactly is this. So this is the filter which we define in the in that filtering section, and it becomes here as a navigational thing for you, where you can see what is the filter on which the data is being displayed. Now you can see on the in this displayed table, I cannot see any state state field. So I would not come to know that whether the data is correct or not. So now how we will do this? So this is where the lists will come in picture, and lists will show us how we can make changes here in the table. So go to any field, like for example assign to field, and there you will see this icon, column option. Click here, you will have multiple options here on this. Okay, so for us as of now, you have to click on go to configure, and then we have to define this list layout. Okay, so now as I'm in my own application, so it will ask you to move to global application to edit this. So click on here in this, I will click this. If you are directly in global application, it will not ask you this. Okay, so now I have to these are my available fields from incident, and these are the ones which are there in the table, which are basically in that list. So I would say state, and then here I will save it. So you can see here this has been added now. So similarly I can delete, add, modify fields in this list. So this is the list which has been displayed. You can modify of your as per your convenience whatever fields you need here. You can remove some of the fields. For example, opened, I don't need it, so I will go in the configure list layout, and from here again I have to do this. Opened, I'll remove. So now I have to, let's suppose I need to create the create date for the incident. So let me see if I have a create date here. Created, yeah. So I'll say created and created by. So these are the two fields. Again, in this list you can also shuffle it. For example, created, I'll move here. Created by also I'll move here. State will come down. Similarly, I can do the same thing for other fields also. Okay, let me remove this short description. So I'll get number, assigned to created by, and state, and then I will save it. And then you can see my list has been updated. So now I can see my this but my incident data has been defined in a list the way I wanted it. So this is how actually we define a filter and a list in ServiceNow. Now on the filter itself, if let's suppose I have certain more conditions here, and then I want to remove some conditions, so then what I can do, how I will remove it, I can do like something like this. So this is a condition, let's suppose I need to remove this. Sorry, if I have to move this, go to this condition. No, sorry, it's not my bad, it's not happening here. I'll explain you here itself. Wait a second, let me go back to the incidents again. Okay, we need a more defined qualification. Let me click here on the filter. Okay, now the filter which was displayed on the link, it has come here. So caller is system administrator, active is true, universal request is empty. Okay, this is the filter. Now let me go back again, and now this arrow you will see. So if I move my cursor here, so you can see there is a message, remove next condition. So now if I need to remove this, so I have to click this. So then it will remove the next condition. Okay, so this way you can define, or you can make changes or remove your conditions from the filter in case you want to define it. Now we have seen filter list. Now let me show you one more thing on this. So let me go back here. Let me go back to the all. Now you know that we had already defined a list for tickets for where I wanted to see incidents in progress and new incidents, but currently it's again displaying the same thing. Now if again I have to filter this, I have to again go here, choose the state field. So it's a tedious process. Suppose your filter is big, so it's every time you need to go here and define this. I would say or state is in progress. Okay, then I will run it. Now how I can access it? Every time when I go here, I don't have to put my condition again and again and then make it reusable. So that thing you can do it by saving it. Okay, so there's an option here to save. So if I click here on save, so I need to give a condition to this. Suppose I would say incident in progress and new. Can give any naming as per your convenience. Now you need to define the visibility for this search. Me means it will be only accessible to me. Everyone means everyone can access it. Anyone who has access to this incident form, he can access it. Then if I say group, it will ask you a group. So you can define a support group to which or you can define a profile or a group to which you have who can access this filter. If I say everyone, then anyone who can access it. Now let me save this. Okay, so this is, I have saved my filter now. Now let me go here. Now okay, now how I can access this filter. For example, I have gone back to my incidents. Okay, I'll go again on all. Now I have to define that filter. So what I can do here, click on these three arrows, then filter, then where is my filter? I think it wasn't saved there. Okay, let me go back again. All incidents. Okay, so I would say state. I think we haven't saved the filter. It's new or state is in progress. Okay, and then I would save this filter. Save as incident in progress and new. Okay, and then I need to give it access to everybody, and then I will save this. Okay, now my data has been saved. So let me see if I can access it. Okay, this is my filter which has been added now. So if I click it, it will automatically define my data the way I have defined it, like state, new, or in progress. So here you can see the state is either new or in progress. Okay, so this way you define a new filter, then save it and then reuse it in your records, so that you can filter out your data based on your need, whatever you want to do. So this is quite common, you can it's very useful while you are, you want to define, you need to export data, you need to create reports, then this filtering will help you in that. Okay, so similarly, the list, you can access it from here. Now in the list, if you go here, there are these options also. Calculation, control. Calculation means you can define if this field is a a numeric field, or it has a common values. So you can define in the list calculations, you can define that minimum, maximum value, total value, average value, but this is used for only numeric fields. Okay, so this is basically a calculation you can define on that particular field. We don't have any field where we can define it here, but you can try it out and then see. So then for the list, you can again, if you again want to remove or add fields, you can go to the list layout. So here you can define this. You can from here you can whatever you want to remove, you need to delete, you can do it from here. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll be coming up with more videos on ServiceNow with more difficult functionalities, difficult processes, and I'll make it simpler for you for understanding. Okay, thank you.